Good morning, dear students. Now we are going to study the last form of energy from our chapter, which is nuclear energy. Among all non-conventional energy sources that we discuss, like wind energy, solar energy, even the energy obtained from sea, that is tidal energy, wave energy, ocean thermal energy. Among all, the form of energy which has a very high potential to be used in future is the nuclear energy. Now there are many positive points of it, that a very less amount of fuel can generate a very huge, a very large amount of energy. It also has its certain limitations, उसके फायदे भी हैं, उसके पॉजिटिव पॉइंट्स है, उसके नेगेटिव पॉइंट्स है, that we are going to discuss over here. But in future, this form of energy will be widely used throughout the world, as less amount of fuel gives very large amount of energy. So let us study first about what is the meaning of nuclear energy. So nuclear energy is generated by a process called nuclear fission. नाम पे से पता चलेगा न्यूक्लियर फिजन, यानी कि न्यूक्लियस ऑफ हेवी एटम लाइक यूरेनियम, प्लूटोनियम, थोरियम, these all are radioactive elements. They are heavy elements. Heavy atoms इसलिए बोल रहे हैं कि उसका एटॉमिक मास है वो काफी हाई होता है. So when the nucleus of such heavy atom like uranium, plutonium or thorium is bombarded with low energy neutrons, they break or they split apart into lighter nuclei. तो ये जो फिजन वाला प्रोसेस है, इट्स अ ब्रेकिंग ऑफ हेवी एटम into lighter atoms. But when this process is done, a large amount of energy is released. This energy is utilized for generation of electricity. The fission of an atom, uranium, for example, produces 10 million times the energy produced by the combustion of atom of carbon from a coal. So as I said, इसका सबसे बड़ा एडवांटेज ये है कि यूजिंग वेरी लेस अमाउंट ऑफ फ्यूल यू कैन जनरेट अ वेरी हाई अमाउंट ऑफ एनर्जी. तो कंपैरिजन ही आपको बता देगी कि 1 एटम ऑफ कार्बन जो कोल का है उसको आप यूज करो, उसकी जगह अगर आप यूरेनियम का एक एटम यूज करते हो, then it gives 10 million times more energy. It's not a small number, right? 10 million times more energy is produced compared to atom of carbon from coal. So in a nuclear reactor designed for electric power generation, such nuclear fuel is a part of a self-sustaining fission chain reaction that release energy at a controlled rate. जैसा कि मैंने आपको बताया कि जब हेवी एटम लाइक यूरेनियम, प्लूटोनियम और थोरियम, जिसको हम फ्यूल बोलते हैं, तो जो न्यूक्लियर पावर प्लांट होता है, राइट, जो थर्मल पावर प्लांट होता है उसमें फ्यूल होता है कोल या नेचुरल गैस. इन द सिमिलर वे, a nuclear power plant which generates electricity using nuclear energy uses radioactive elements such as uranium, plutonium or thorium as a fuel. तो यहाँ पे प्रॉब्लम क्या होता है कि एज वी नो दैट सिंगल एटम, उसका अगर फ्यूजन होता है तो इट जनरेट्स अ वेरी लार्ज अमाउंट ऑफ एनर्जी. सो इफ ऑल द फ्यूल इज यूज्ड अप एट अ टाइम, सारे एटम्स का अगर जो फ्यूजन एक साथ हो जाएगा तो इलेक्ट्रिसिटी तो साइड पे रहेगी, इतनी ज्यादा एनर्जी प्रोड्यूस होगी कि वो जो पूरा सिस्टम है, तो जो पूरा न्यूक्लियर पावर प्लांट है वो ब्लास्ट हो जाएगा. सो एनर्जी हैज टू बी रिलीज इन अ कंट्रोल्ड रेट. सो मेनी स्टेप्स आर टेकन. अबाउट दैट यू विल लर्न इन हायर क्लासेस. So this release energy, which is released in step-by-step manner, can be used to produce steam and further generate electricity. एज आई सेड इसके एडवांटेज भी है, साथ में इसके डिसएडवांटेज भी है. सो व्हाट आर द मेजर हैजार्ड्स ऑफ न्यूक्लियर पावर जनरेशन? तो सबसे पहला प्रॉब्लम है उसका स्टोरेज और डिस्पोजल. एज इट इज रेडियो एक्टिव, उसके स्टोरेज में और जब उसका यूज हो जाए जो वेस्ट मटेरियल है उसका जो डिस्पोजल है, दैट आर द लार्जेस्ट challenges that are faced while running a nuclear power plant. ऐसा क्यों होता है? अगर यूरेनियम को आपने यूज कर लिया है फिर भी उसकी जो रेडियो एक्टिविटी है वो मेंटेन रहती है. एंड इफ a person comes in contact with radiations, then it has harmful effect on his or her body. Improper nuclear waste storage and disposal results in environmental contamination. ये जो वेस्ट मटेरियल है आप उसको कहीं पे भी डंप नहीं कर सकते हो, उसे आप वाटर बॉडीज में भी नहीं डाल सकते हो, क्योंकि वाटर बॉडीज में अगर डालोगे तो उसका जो वाटर है वो पॉल्यूट होगा. एंड इफ सच पॉल्यूटेड वाटर इज कंज्यूम्ड बाय ह्यूमंस और एनिमल्स, it might have a fatal effect on them. You even cannot bury them as it is in the land because water seeps into the soil और उसके लेयर्स में से जो वाटर फ्लो होता है तो उसमें भी वो मिक्स होगा. तो जनरली ये जो यूज्ड अप यूरेनियम, थोरियम, प्लूटोनियम वगैरह जो होता है, प्रेजेंटली दे आर स्टोर्ड in large containers and then buried deep down in the earth. But still, it's not the safest way, because if there is an earthquake or any such thing, then this might get exposed and might have adverse effect on the environment, as well as it might threaten the life of the people in the surrounding region. So as we discussed, the biggest challenge while using nuclear plant is how to store them properly and how to dispose them once they are used. Further, there is also an accidental leakage of nuclear radiation. उसका भी रिस्क रहता है कि पावर प्लांट में अगर accidental leakage हो जाए, then it might have adverse effect on the environment. The high cost of installation of nuclear plant, high risk of environmental contamination, and limited availability of uranium makes large scale use of nuclear energy prohibitive. Why large scale production या सारी कंट्रीज क्यों यूज नहीं करती? तो उसके तीन मेन रीजंस है. फर्स्ट इज द हाई कॉस्ट ऑफ इंस्टॉलेशन. न्यूक्लियर पावर प्लांट बनाने के लिए जो मनी चाहिए, द कॉस्ट इज वेरी वेरी हाई. देन देयर इज आल्सो हाई रिस्क ऑफ एनवायरमेंटल कंटेमिनेशन बिकॉज इट्स वेरी डिफिकल्ट टू स्टोर देम एंड टू डिस्पोज द वेस्ट. एंड द थर्ड इज दैट the radioactive heavy atoms like uranium, plutonium, thorium are rare elements. They are not available everywhere. So their limited availability is also one of the drawbacks which has made the use of nuclear energy that much more difficult. Now initially nuclear energy was not used for power generation. जब साइंटिस्ट ने सबसे पहले इसका इन्वेंशन किया था कि भाई जो हैवी एटम्स है उस पर अगर आप न्यूट्रॉन्स को बॉम्बार्ड करते हो, उसको इंसिडेंट करते हो, देन स्प्लिट्स एंड एनर्जी रिलीज. सो दिस थियरी, उसकी जो प्रॉपर्टी है दैट इट रिलीजेस एनर्जी, was initially used only for destructive purposes. You might have also learnt about the disaster in Hiroshima and Nagasaki during the World War. So initially it was only used for destructive purposes, but later on power stations were designed in which constructive use of nuclear energy is made possible, and the fundamental physics of fission chain reaction, which was used for nuclear weapon for large scale destruction, is used in a controlled manner, in a properly engineered manner to generate electricity. So nowadays we are having the positive use of nuclear energy, but only the developed nations who have this technology of controlling this nuclear reaction, as well as those who can afford such costly fuels like uranium, thorium and plutonium are using nuclear energy for power generation. Now we have studied about different forms of energy resources. Now we are going to study about the environmental consequences of using such energy resources. So we have, as I said, we have studied various sources of energy in the previous sections. Exploiting or using any source of energy has some impact on the environment in one way or the other. In any given situation, the source we would choose depends on the factors such as ease of extracting energy from the source, the economics means how costly it is, the efficiency, the technological availability, as well as the environmental balance. इसमें से जो environmental damage होता है कि नहीं होता है. All these factors are taken into consideration while choosing a fuel. Nowadays we are hearing a lot about clean fuels. So what is the meaning of clean fuels? तो नाम पे से ही पता चलता है कि clean fuels are those fuels which cause minimum pollution or damage to the environment. CNG is one of the such example. Nowadays the use of CNG is going on increasing. We say that it is a clean fuel, यानी उसका मतलब क्या है? That doesn't mean that it is not causing any pollution. We are comparing it with other fuels. कि अगर आप अपनी गाड़ी पेट्रोल या डीजल से चलाते हो, उसकी जगह if it is ran on CNG, it will cause less pollution. So it is cleaner than the other fuels. So we already studied that burning of fossil fuels causes lots of environmental problems and air pollution. So CNG is a cleaner fuel when you compare it with fossil fuels. In some cases, the actual operation of device like a solar cell may be pollution free, but the process of assembling it, right, उसके लिए आप जो chemicals use करते हो वो सब भी, when the process of assembling is going on, it might cause some environmental damage. So research process is on. Many scientists are every day trying to find out new innovative methods. आपने ये भी देखा होगा कि जो फॉरेन कंट्रीज, यूरोपियन कंट्रीज है, राइट, दे आर नाउ शिफ्टिंग टू इलेक्ट्रिकल व्हीकल्स which are using a battery which can be charged. So when a vehicle is running on a battery, it causes minimum pollution because no fuel is burned. So at many places such charging points are also been established. हमारी कंट्री में भी ऐसी टेक्नोलॉजीज आएगी. So as I said that scientists are working to produce long lasting device that cause minimum or less damage throughout their use. Now as in the beginning of the chapter we said that every day we are listening that we should be very careful while using the different resources. You might have read somewhere that all these reserves of fossil fuels might get exhausted in 50 years. Somewhere they say they will exhaust in 100 years. So we don't have that exact time that how long will an energy source last us. But we know that we cannot depend on fossil fuels like coal and petroleum for very long. Such sources are getting depleted. उसका जो reserves है, उसकी जो quantity है, वो दिन ब दिन कम होती जा रही है. क्यों? क्योंकि यूज इतना ज्यादा बढ़ गया है कि जितना प्रोड्यूस होता है उससे ज्यादा यूज हो रहा है. तो उसके जो रिजर्व्स है, राइट, इट गोस डिप्लेटिंग डे बाय डे. सो देयर इज नो ऑप्शन लेफ्ट देन फाइंडिंग सम ऑल्टरनेटिव in the form of non-renewable sources of energy. On the other hand, if we manage biomass by replacing trees, we cut down from firewood यानी cow dung cake और उसका यूज करेंगे, then we can be sure that जो wood वगैरह है, we will have that constant supply of energy at some particular rate. Such energy sources that can be generated again and again are known as renewable sources of energy. So many renewable energy sources are available in natural environment. जैसे कि हमने डिस्कस किया, विंड एनर्जी है, सोलर एनर्जी है, all these are renewable forms of energy. There is no tension of them getting exhausted in near future. So we must start using more and more non-renewable sources of energy को छोड़ के जो renewable है उस पे अगर हमारा डिपेंडेंस बढ़ जाएगा, राइट, देन द रेट ऑफ डिप्लेशन ऑफ रिन्यूएबल नॉन रिन्यूएबल एनर्जी सोर्सेस वो कम हो जाएगा. तो वो जो रिजर्व्स है दैट कैन बी मेंटेन फॉर फ्यू मोर years. So dear friends, we have completed this chapter, that is chapter number 14. As I said, this is very easy chapter. I have also given certain important questions at the end of the every day slides. So write down them in your notebook and prepare it properly, because as I said, it's a very short chapter and very easy chapter. You can score full marks in this chapter very easily.